Hi, this is Tarea Rage with Tadas Magazine. I'm here at the Maryland International Women's Day celebration, an event about leadership and inspiration, hosted by Miss Africa USA 2011, Jocelyn Chuaga.
The power to change Africa's reality is in the hand of African women. And that's why I'm addressing this serious issue, for us to look at what is going on in Africa. Why are we here? Why are African women the domestic servants and the domestic worker of all other people in the world? Is it Africa because it's poor? Is the land poor? Is the people poor? Not at all, as you know. Africa is the greatest continent that God has blessed. Ethiopian women have been subject again for domestic and modern slavery. And our kids are being shipped in the name of adaptation. Okay. And Ethiopian men and women their organs are being harvested. And we don't know that. So I am in fact making a call. That's why I came, and I'm very glad that Mr. Kamirat has invited me, and my dear sister here is hosting it. Because I want you to live with something in your head. A young Ethiopian woman in Lebanon, that she was being a form of kidnapping. It appears as if she's being kidnapped, and she was put into a car by a couple of 3-4 Lebanese men. And she's screaming. She's saying, I don't want in her language. But she was shipped. Of course, we feel sad. What's happening? Why is this our reality? This is not the first time that Ethiopian women, young women, are suffering in the Middle Eastern countries. I know. But what happened was, we followed up. Of course, the story goes that they took her to the hospital, to a psychiatric hospital, and she hanged herself using a blanket or a sheet. There are a lot of Ethiopian women who are losing their life at the hand of the Arab women, being abused, burned, tortured, raped, and without any money, they go back in a body bag to their country. One could be tomorrow, the other one was yesterday. But what we know is that we are acutely, right now, experiencing colonization. The agent of this colonization is our own persons who look like us, who were born in Ethiopia, who are Ethiopians, but they are the middleman that they are selling, literally selling. 45,000 Ethiopian women are being shipped next in a few months. That's how African end up here. That's how South Africa was lost. The same process we're repeating. So this is a history month. And I'm going to leave you with a very good note. I don't want you to be sad. A history month this is the thing. We had, people say history repeats itself. And it doesn't have to be the bad history that needs to repeat. We can repeat the good history, the wonderful history, the heroic history, the great Ethiopian women, the great African women who have done great things, got rid of the colonizers, got rid of their tyranny, and established history. We don't want to be a recipient of donation. We have it. We have everything. We are God's people. We have a wonderful continent. We are great people. We have the brain. We just need to switch a little bit and say, we belong to that continent. It is in our hand. No other foreign countries come and be rich and wealthy while we are.
There is a fundamental problem why our women, why Ethiopian women are living the type of life that we're witnessing, especially the domestic servant life.
Right.
What I would like to address is, what is the cause of the problem? What is the fundamental cause of the problem? Why are they fleeing their country? Why are they leaving their country? Why are they living in the way that they're living? With no protection, with no legal protection, with no advocacy, no government, nobody is sponsoring or protecting them. So there are two levels, as I say. One is why Ethiopian women today are leaving their country. And I get a couple of responses from people. Well, because they're poor. And as I mentioned earlier, but there are other people who are coming and becoming wealthy in Ethiopia. So there is something wrong here. As Ethiopian women leave their country in mass, as you know, all over the world. There are also that many people that are coming to Ethiopia from everywhere, from Asia, Indians, Chinese, Pakistanians, everybody is in Ethiopia to make money, to invest, to harvest the wealth of the country. So this is very, very crucial, not only to Ethiopian women that we need to ask, any Ethiopian person who is really in their right mind, who are educated, need to ask themselves, there is something wrong. As Ethiopians are fleeing their country, others are coming. These people who are coming to the country today are going to be tomorrow's power. Let's look at Palestinians. That's how they lost. Colonization in the old days were done in the same way that we are witnessing today. Other people come to the country, their the following generation become the member of the parliament, the member of the government. The power is going to be in their hand. Why? Because the land and the money and the property is in their hand. So Ethiopia is actually giving up her power, her land, her people to others. There is no other name for it but colonization. In order to find the solution, you really have to understand what is the cause of the problem, what is the real problem. Understanding the problem is halfway solving it. So if we really want to understand why Ethiopian women are the way they are today, why they are abused by their own people, by outsiders, they're being dragged in the street, they're being raped, they're being burned, and they're not paid for the very money that they left in their country. As an Ethiopian, as a woman, I feel ashamed because I'm in the middle of colonization. We're witnessing it. So you did ask me, so what must be done? The first thing is to be aware, to know really what is happening. One. Two, once we know the cause, we need to correct the cause of the poverty, the cause of the abuse, the cause of the injustice. This is a social injustice on a global level that Ethiopians are experiencing. Unfortunately, we can do two things. To abate the immediate problem, there are things that we can do. Supporting them, advocating for them, and giving whatever need that they may have for the temporary problem. But that is a band-aid, as you know. It is not going to solve the real problem. So it's on two levels. As you say, yes, Ethiopians, Africans do talk about, yeah, we have problem, we're poor, we have poor governance and all of those things, and we're being colonized. But the key is not just knowing it on a superficial level, but on a commitment level. We don't need the entire continent to be aware. We don't need the entire Ethiopian community to be knowledgeable on this matter. But what we need is few thoughtful and committed Ethiopians, committed Africans. They can change the problem if they do that. So we got to free our mind. Our mentality is very, very dependent. We're looking up to other people to solve our problem. And there are some cultures similar to what I'm saying that can hold us back from looking at the problem. So first we need to free our mind. Ethiopians need to be Ethiopian-centered, not European-centered. You cannot solve Ethiopian problem by taking European solution. We are Ethiopian. We need to look at Ethiopian perspective. We have to center ourselves around Ethiopia, not around other countries. What you see now is the other way around, for Ethiopians and for other Africans, especially for Ethiopians. We need to be, your freedom, your independence, your future, your vision begins in your mind.